Alright, before we dive into today's topic, I need to fess up to something from a previous video. The one about the so-called golden patch. I got swept up in the vibes, thought the flight model got a divine blessing or something. Turns out, not really. Yogi confirmed over in the Shadow Moses Discord that, fundamentally, the flight model hasn't changed. What has changed is more subtle. FPS matters more than we like to admit. And yeah, some new components are heavier. That might account for like a 1 to 2% difference in strafe Gs, if you squint with one eye under a microscope. So yeah, turns out vibes aren't a scientific metric. My bad for going full feelings-based analyst in the last vid. Won't happen again. Until it does. Disclaimer. A lot of what I'm about to say today, especially when it comes to how blades could work, is based on feel, pilot gut, imagination. It's a spicy opinion piece, not a peer-reviewed thesis. You've been warned. Hey everyone, welcome back. Channel's been exploding lately. Thank you all for the support. I mean that. Now on to today's hot mess. Ship blades. The new controversy. The end of balance. The beginning of the end. Or maybe, not. Because yeah, blades have broken Star Citizen. Just not in the way you're probably thinking. So today we're cutting through the noise. We'll look at what real pay-to-win means, how current blades stack up, and how blades could actually be a game changer, if they weren't so damn boring. So here's the situation. Blades hit the pledge store first. Cue community meltdown. Pay to win. And yeah, rolling them out as cash only at launch was a dumb move. They've since promised all future blades will hit in-game stores day one, which is the right call. But let's slow down. Do these current blades break the game? Not at all. A 2 to 3% agility bump isn't turning a casual pilot into a PvP warlord. It's not transforming a keyboard turner into a dueling god. It's like changing your socks and expecting your sprint time to improve. Real paid to win? That's when someone drops cash and suddenly gains an overwhelming advantage, like a toddler stepping into the ring and somehow bodying a 17-year-old. It's when a game-changing item is locked behind a paywall for months, or worse, forever. Want a real example? Look at the F7A Hornet. It's a clear performance outlier, and you can't buy it in-game. If you want one, better be ready to drop $1,500 on the grey market. Now that's a real problem. Blades, they're not dominating persistent universe dogfights. If anything, they're slightly flavourless add-ons with negligible impact. You're more likely to win or lose a fight in the PU because of server desync or FPS drops than because your opponent slapped on a blade. And be honest, most of your engagements in the PU aren't clean 1v1s. They're chaotic messes. So unless you and another sweatlord are dueling on a perfect server, the current blade bonuses won't make a difference. At all. Now here's my personal take. I want Star Citizen to succeed. This game is ambitious, beautiful, and often held together with duct tape and dreams. But I love it. I want it to be funded. I want it to keep growing. So am I okay with SIG selling blades in the PU, if they're also earnable in-game for a reasonable grind? Yeah, I am. You want to skip the grind and drop $15? Cool. You're funding the servers I lag in. I'll allow it. But there's one line in the sand. Arena Commander must remain a level playing field. No paid advantage. Full stop. Rent them with rec. Let everyone try them. Done. No exceptions. Now here's where I do think blades are broken. They're just bland. Forget balance. Forget monetization. These things are a creative wet napkin. A 10 meters per second bump in speed. Slightly tighter turn radius. Yawn. No new playstyle, no tactical transformation. Just a whisper of change that you need a flight analysis lab to notice. And don't even get me started on the names. Agility Module Type A sounds like a printer firmware update. Give us lore, give us flair. Make it Jax McClellan's Slipstream Blade or the Banu Wormcore Enhancer. Make me want to fly with it just from the name alone. So while I was trying to get this script to make sense, I started tossing around some dumb ideas. Just rough concepts that made me think, hey, this could be kind of fun. And yeah, imagine the kind of gameplay stuff like this could create. So for the first one, the Guardian. Big, heavy, sluggish. What if you dropped its SCM from 410 to 280. That's a serious hit to straight line speed. But in exchange, pitch and yaw go through the roof. Now it's a flying turret, the eye of the storm. You're not chasing anyone down, you're not fleeing the scene. You're the anchor. You park in the middle of a fight and dare people to get close. It's brute zone control with no brakes. Next idea. Something about burst mobility. Imagine your ship's normal SCM and afterburner top out lower. Say from 530 down to 450. But now you've got this limited use directional overdrive. Basically, a stronger boost. Hit it, and for half a second you can strafe in any direction. Up, down, sideways, at 570 meters per second. Total speed wall breaker. Great for dukes or sudden repositioning. Only a couple of charges, long cooldown. It's risky. It's flashy, could be clutch. And then there's one for the solo flyers. You hit the button, and for a few seconds, you get a chunky damage resistance buff. Like 40%. But your agility? Gone. Like flying with bricks for wings. Use it right, you survive. Use it wrong, you're a floating target. It's a panic move. Built-in drama. Again, just throwing stuff at the wall here. But the pattern's clear. Strong upside, real trade-off. Things that make you fly differently, not just slightly better. And who knows, maybe giving SIG a modular way to tune ships through blades like this lets them balance faster. Instead of reworking a whole flight model, they just tweak the attachments. Could be smart, but I wouldn't know if that's how it works, so I shouldn't delve into it. So let's hammer this home. When CIG first dropped the blades, they weren't earnable in-game, and were only usable in the persistent universe. That lit the fuse on the pay-to-win debate. And yeah, fair enough. But imagine if players who bought those blades could also use them in Arena Commander. The one place where people actually go to sweat, refine skills, and where basically every PvP tournament happens. That would have been a genuine problem. A real imbalance. That's why I think the PU rollout, while clunky, wasn't a disaster, because the PU isn't where competitive purity lives. It's messy, chaotic, group-based, not some tightly controlled duel arena. That's Arena Commander's job. So whatever CIG does with blades going forward, they've got to keep Arena Commander clean. Every blade needs to be available to everyone in that mode. No question. This is where skill should rule. This is the lab, the Colosseum, the Thunderdome, and SIG has to protect it. So, are blades broken? In the sense of destroying balance in the PU? Nope. In the sense of being a soul-crushing missed opportunity? Yes, deeply. But it's fixable, and we've barely scratched the surface. I believe in this game. I want to see wild components, deeper ship tuning, new tactical layers. I'll gladly support that with my wallet, as long as it's fair and Arena Commander stays sacred. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Are you bored by the current blades? Do you have insane blade ideas that make mine look tame? Drop them in the comments. Hit me up on Discord or scream into the void. I'm listening. And if this got your gears turning, hit like, maybe subscribe. Fly safe, unless you're in an arrow. Then I have 2 words for you. Good luck. And on that note, I'll see you in the verse. Monkey out.